to Locked Up and Uncorked. Today, we will be talking about Louis XIV, the Sun King with his ostentatious style and taste for luxurious things. Like me, he rarely drank anything but champagne. Louis XIV was born on September 5th in 1638, about 3 months before Dom Pérignon. So both of them lived at the same time, although they actually never met. He introduced French luxury to the entire world with his high-end taste. He moved the center of the political power away from Paris to Versailles and built decadence. Versailles became the epicenter of French luxury, and the Sun King's champagne patronage marked the beginning of very prosperous times for champagne wine makers. He opened up roads and canals, which really allowed producers to extend their reach market-wise, and trade with other countries also increased tremendously. Versailles became the vehicle for champagne. Champagne always had the advantage among aristocrats because it also had the monopoly on coronation ceremonies, always taking place in Reims, the Cathedral of Reims, starting back with Clovis. To talk about Louis XIV, we also have to talk about the rivalry between the region of Burgundy and the region of Champagne. Burgundy was officially incorporated into France in the 15th century. There's always been this feud between the two of them. The feud got heated when the Sun King developed a series of ailments towards the end of his life. The royal physician, royal doctor, whose name was Antoine d'Aquin, was a fervent advocate for champagne. So basically convinced the king that he should keep on drinking champagne because it was, the cure to all his diseases and pains. At the same time, the king had befriended another physician whose name was Guy Cresson-Fagon and was on the opposite side an advocate for Burgundy wine, and kept telling the king that the source of all his ailments came from champagne. They distributed pamphlets and all sorts of propaganda on the streets of Paris to kind of plead their causes, both of them. Eventually, the king followed his advice and strictly drank Burgundy, but he was very depressed. The feud, which lasted actually about 130 years, died on its own, simply because champagne makers moved away from still and red wines and started to master really the technique of making bubbles and making champagne. But one thing's for sure is that, like Dom Pérignon, Louis XIV certainly was not a fan of bubbles. That's it for now. Join me next time. Until then, remember, life without champagne bubbles is flat. So make it pop. Cheers.